Hey, this is Toadking07 here talking to you guys, and I am trying to record a video over this time lapse I have going on in the background. This is from a project I'm kind of working on and off, trying to flesh out and do a quick little animation based off of a animatic that was put together by a few other people in the Foundation fandom, the Haunted Reader, and Peanut Gallery Seth, and I believe Vulgan. A few people doing this for their friend, and I thought it was really a lot of fun, and I wanted to help take it to the next step, to the next level. As usual, it's another project that I've decided to tackle on top of my infinite pile of projects that just kind of keeps growing and growing and growing. I've also been working on finalizing the Unkillable Lizard sports team logo. I'll be posting that around on social media, so be sure to look for that. Of course, there's always FAM radio hanging over my head. Been a few months since the last episode. I've got a arc planned, a trajectory, if you will, of where I'd like things to go. I just need to sit down and kind of write out the next episode. So many things to talk about, and all these topics I want to make videos on and put into words, and then I sit down to do it, and it just evaporates. It's just all the motivation, all the crystal clear words, the sentences I word good better in my head, but then I sit down and it just kind of disappears, and I hate that. And I'm slowly kind of working through what it is that is happening there, and I think it has something to do with the high standard that I hold my work to. And for some people this is gonna sound funny because I post so little art sometimes, so many weeks and months go by without something, and for other people it's gonna be funny because my work isn't even that great. There's so many better, writers, artists, YouTube channels out there, but for whatever reason, I feel that I hold myself to this really high standard. Like, I've really got to give my all to something, 110%, and if I don't do that, if I were to put out something that is not to the best of my abilities, given the situations and what I'm working with, that would be some sort of reflection on me as some sort of less than worthy person, some sort of self-worth would take a hit, which again, it's like a kind of a complicated matter, because I feel like so often I will put things off until the last moment. I won't work on a project until I'm under a deadline, until it's crunch time, and I feel like that's some sort of like self-defense mechanism where my mind is just like, well, if we do this and we work on it really hard for a long time and it's not good, it's really gonna suck, because that means we suck. So what we need to do is wait until there's only like 3 days, and we got to cram in like a week's worth of work into 3 days, and then at that point we could just say, well, sorry, I was in crunch time, this is the best I can do, and then we don't have to actually, face what I actually have done, or what I've actually, could accomplish if I gave myself the amount of time I needed for something. Anyways, this is getting way more deeper and personal than it needs to, but this video you're watching in the background here, this collaboration, not collaboration, well, it's a collaboration that I've forced myself into, or onto these fine people and their project, butted myself in there. But anyways, this artwork is sped up about 800%. There's like an hour plus of fiddling around in Photoshop, trying to kind of set up some puppets. I'm trying to keep it simple and not go overboard with things, so I'm not stressing if some of the limbs are not lining up perfectly or whatnot. I mean, I think there's a few times you'll see where I draw a line like 5, 6, 7 times, like that, again and again and again. And there's still plenty of things I'm tweaking and changing around, but I'd like to keep this simple. I'd love to try to make this animation. I've always, not always, but I've been wanting to do some animation for a long time, and I did some really cool Like, in really cool. Okay. I was really proud of the puppets I did for the Overwatch animation I did way back when, but they were way too detailed, way too labor intensive, and the pacing of the video was crap. It was super slow, and the joke was not that strong. And ever since that, like, I've wanted to do more animation stuff, but try to simplify the puppet work, simplify the art, so I can just kind of produce it quicker. And I was working on some simplified Overwatch puppets, but then even that I got carried away with and just kind of snowballed into a much bigger thing that it should have and needed to be. So I've been wanting to do more animations for a while, and this is something that I would like to do here. This seems like a nice jumping off point. You know, I think the work that these guys did is really pretty cool, and I love that they made it for their friend. And you know, while the sassy sculpture, sassy statue is a bit over the top for my taste, it's gonna be fun to animate those expressions. You know, and these are some pretty classic SCPs. I think everyone knows about them. A lot of people love, you know, 173 is you know, iconic, and 049 is pretty popular among a lot of readers and such. And while I may never work them into an episode of FM Radio, it's fun to kind of get the chance to work with them just because they're such kind of historic figures in the Foundation. And I don't know, I mean, I would love to do more, you know, Foundation animations. I mean, there's so many projects I would love to do, but, you know, animation has always been something that it's just, there's so much you can do, and stories to tell, and there's a lot of fun ways to kind of, you know, get in on that stuff. I mean, Lord Bung has been doing some really awesome stuff with confinement, and his work is inspiring, you know, and definitely encourages me to try to work on some more of my own things. You know, but of course, probably gonna keep picking away at other projects. Let him continue with confinement. Gonna see if we can't work Connor into an episode of FAM Radio maybe sometime, so that'd be pretty cool. I've got a long list of people I want to collaborate with, and it's been out there for a long time. I mean, DJ Cactus, Dr. Chimera, let's see, Volgan, of course, SCP readings. I mean, there's just people coming out of the woodwork nowadays, it feels like, but even before I had a list going. People I wanted to incorporate, and it's just one of those things where I'm always just, you know, so caught up in trying to get a project done, and it's so difficult to try to figure out how to work someone in. It's like, you know, if I want to work with someone like the Vulcan, it's like I want to make it count. I want to make it like a really great character, and I get so caught up in making it perfect, it doesn't happen. It's making me sad, and this video is almost done. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. More videos from me soon. Hopefully you see an update about this project before it's too late. Bye.